The Kriya that we're doing this morning is Surya Kriya, and I'm actually thinking that we might do this for the next couple of weeks for two reasons. One, because Surya Kriya is to provoke heat in the system, so you might not necessarily sweat, but it activates heat internally, so it will activate a lot of digestive fire, which is known as Agni. And this will stimulate the digestive system to begin operating, which essentially in the morning when we practice is the first thing that we want to do. The other couple of things I just wanted to keep in mind for you, as most of you know now that I'm currently pregnant into my second trimester, so I will be modifying some of the practices. So if there's anybody else here that is pregnant, please just follow along with what I'm doing. If you are not pregnant and I begin to modify, please just stay with the original instruction. And of course, as always, for those who are brand new to Kundalini, please remember that this is a very powerful practice energetically. It may not look like it physically, but internally you're moving a lot of energy through the pranic body. This morning, particularly through pranamaya kosh. So, just be very mindful if the practices that I give are not familiar or uncomfortable, please just ease off and come back to the physical practice. Okay, so let's get started. So find a comfortable seat, please. And just close down the eyes. And let your attention begin to drop inward. So just starting to draw your attention inward. And as you do that, without trying to change or control it in any way, start to put your attention on your breath. This flow of prana in and out of your body. And noticing this morning your breath's current pace and its rhythm. We have a lot of wind in Tasmania at the moment and the temperature is quite cold, which does affect our constitution. So if you feel like your breath is feeling a little bit different or it's been feeling like this the past couple of weeks, let's just put that down to nature. And with your attention inward and your focus on your breath, just take a moment here to check in with your physical body. And if there's any areas of your body that you need to take care of as we move through this practice this morning. And also checking in with your emotional body to make sure if there's any emotions that need to be taken care of this morning through your practice. Good, let's tuck our tailbone underneath. Lift up and out of our waist, all the way through the torso, expanding through the ribs, the heart space. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Let's turn the palms face up on the backs of your knees. Let the palm be soft and open. And then just beginning to soften your face. Noticing again your breath. And noticing this beautiful polarity between the back of your body that's holding this length and integrity, this structure, and the front of the body open but quite soft and receptive. And the two are working together to create harmony within. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. And a complete breath out. And let's warm the palms up by bringing them to the heart space and rubbing the palms together. To get your palms nice and warm. Good, and once they feel warm, bring them into your heart space and bring them together so that your fingers sit together and your thumbs sit separately and against the breastbone. Finding length again through the back body, a softness through your front body. And let's tune in 3 times this morning with the Adi mantra. Inhaling to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in, length through the spine. And exhale completely. Good. Let's start by coming over onto our hands and knees. So coming over into a tabletop position this morning. So finding a hands and knees position. And we're going to start with a little warm up here. So just starting to find your cat-cow position. If you haven't practiced cat-cow before, make sure your fingers are spread, your hands are wide, so you're really planting down into the earth. Your hands start with them for beginners directly underneath the shoulders. For my regulars, take them a little bit further forward than the shoulder if you're picking up your pace. Your knees are underneath your hips. Inhale, release your belly down. Lift up through tailbone, lengthen through the front of the chest. Keep the face soft. Exhale, navel to spine, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest. Inhale and open, let the belly get full. And exhale, draw all of the air from the belly, draw the navel to the spine. Last to come through is the chin to the chest. So just continuing on with this. For my regulars, once the spine is feeling quite warm, you can pick up your pace. So your options here to pick up your pace or to move a little bit slower, and make that decision based on where your body is at this morning. So what your body needs. So close the eyes, really listen to your breath, listen to your body. This is the power that comes from your practice, is learning to tune in and adapt with what the body needs. Good, we're going to be here for a couple more. If you're moving a bit quicker, you'll notice that your breath will probably become a bit more powerful as you move through this. Another 30 seconds or so more here. Keeping that firm grounding through the palms and through your knees. Keep your palms open and flat to the earth. Good. If you're just joining us, we're moving through a cat-cow sequence here. We've got about 15 seconds left. So find your cat-cow. This is our first warm-up here. Let's all inhale together, open through the chest, press down through the palms, keep your face soft. Lengthen through your collarbones, moving them away from the midline. As you exhale, tuck your toes, draw your belly towards your spine. Exhale, down face dog. So take a couple of moments here in your down dog just to check in with your foundation, that your hands are shoulder width apart, your feet hips width apart. And don't worry too much about the heels tracking towards the floor. Rather, create length through the spine and tilt your tailbone upwards. Keep noticing that each time you exhale, you're drawing your navel towards your spine. Keep the face soft. The the chest open. 2 more rounds of breath here. Good. From there, let's walk our hands towards our feet at the back of the mat. So hands towards feet at the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lead with your chest, fold forward, chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward, chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Last to come through is the chin to chest. Take a bend in the knees, let yourself slowly, slowly roll all the way up to standing. And let's come to the center of our mats. Okay, we're just going to move through a couple of standing sequences here. So we're going to take the feet hips width apart. So your feet are hips width apart. For regular students, you'll know this quite well. It's the standing ha. So you take the hands straight up above the head. As you exhale, you fold forward and release a nice big arms go up and above the head. Inhale, come back to standing. Keep that bend in your knees. Exhale. Good, about 10 more rounds. As you move through this, just continuing to move on. Notice that your belly gets full on the inhale. As you exhale and fold forward, really draw your belly to your spine, keeping the bend in the knees so you're quite stable here. Good. 2 or 3 more rounds here. Let's all inhale, come to standing, reach all the way through the body, press down through the feet. As you exhale, let's interlace the hands and press them to the ceiling. Take a moment here. Good. From here, keeping the feet in that same placement, so feet hips width apart. Hands straight up to the ceiling, you're pressing your palms in the opposite direction, so up towards the roof above. You're going to inhale at center, let the belly get full. As you exhale, twist towards the right, draw the belly to the spine. Inhale back through center, full belly. Exhale, twist to the left, belly to spine. Good, inhale center, full belly. Exhale right. Inhale center, full belly. Exhale completely, belly to spine left. Let's do this a couple more times. See if you can twist a little bit deeper each time. The support from the depth of your twist will come from how much you draw your navel to your spine on the exhalation. This one is not so much about pace, it's about depth of practice. And as you twist, see if you can almost keep your hips facing forward so the twist is coming through thoracic spine. Just one more round on each side. Good, inhale, come back through center. Separate the hands, take a nice big reach. Exhale, palms down by your side. Take a full round of breath here, an inhale and an exhale. Good work. Let's come to sit down to begin our Kriya. So finding that comfortable seat that I suggested right at the beginning, so some sort of bolster or a blanket to sit on. Finding a simple cross-legged position. For some of you that might be lotus or half lotus, that's completely fine. Just work with your body. Okay, so we're going to start with Surya. We're going to breathe through the right nostril here. So you're going to take your right palm and place it palm face up, connecting your index finger and your thumb. And then from there, you're going to take your left hand and block your left nostril with your left thumb. Then from here, you're simply closing down the eyes and starting to breathe full deep rounds of breath in and out of your right nostril, just purely through the right nostril. So by doing this and starting to breathe, we're going to be here for at least 1.5 minutes, just to really set this energy system within the body. We're working with Surya Kriya, we're working here specifically with Surya Nadi. So we're activating this more masculine energy in the body, this heating energy, as opposed to the feminine cooling energy in the left side of the body. And as you move through this, you're starting to cultivate this sun breath, which gives a sense of clarity in the mind. So your right nostril is reflective or connected to the left side of the brain. And the left nostril is connected to the other. The left nostril is symbolic of your intuition and your expansiveness. It's symbolic of anything that moves, any Shakti energy that is moving. The opposite, the right nostril, which relates to the left side of the brain, which is what we're activating here, is this stability and this structure, this clarity. And both of them have benefit to the system. We need both to be functioning well, to function well as humans. So we'll just be here for 1 more minute. Full deep breath, keep your spine straight, your chest lifted. And anytime your mind wanders away from this practice, please just draw it right back into that focusing of flow of breath moving in and moving out through the right nostril. Another 15 or so seconds here. Keeping the head perfectly still, focusing the attention on the breath. Good, let's take a deep breath in. Remove the left hand, exhale through both nostrils evenly. Inhale deeply through both. And exhale completely through both. So that is a really good practice to do when you're feeling fatigued or you feel like your mind is not focused. So it can be done at any point throughout the day. So let's come onto our knees now. We're going to begin with Kriya. So we're moving into quite a strong practice to begin with, energetically. If you haven't practiced Kriya before, I recommend that you just take it easy and you follow the instructions quite closely. So with your hands, you're going to interlace them so that they look like this. So your index fingers are leaning against one another and they're pointing straight up, and your left thumb is over the top. If we have any gents here, your right hand thumb is over the top. So you might just need to rearrange your grip to make that more comfortable. We take the hands straight up above the head, so we're pointing straight up to the ceiling. And as we repeat this, we hold this posture here, we're repeating the mantra Sat Nam. So Sat meaning truth, and Nam the place that the truth dwells within. So it's a recognition of your soul, your inner truth. We emphasize the Sat by saying Sat quite loudly and drawing the belly in and up. And then we relax the belly completely and repeat softly the word Nam. So N-A-M. S-A-T is the first word, N-A-M is the second word. If you're pregnant or currently on your period, so I'm obviously pregnant, so I'll be holding the posture, but I will not be doing the movement with the belly. I'll just repeat the mantra. So if you're pregnant or on your cycle, please do the same as me. We will be here for 2 rounds, 1.5 each set. Okay. I'm just holding that position for a moment. And let's begin. Sat, Nam. 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 Inhaling deeply, lengthen through the whole body, pointing your hands straight up towards the ceiling. As you hold your breath here, engage your pelvic floor and visualize that energy that you've cultivated spiraling and spreading through the whole body. Keep the spine long, keep the chin tucking towards the chest. Good. Exhale, relax. Keep the hands where they are if you can. If not, release the hands down. Take a break here with the palms face up on the backs of the knees before we move into our second round. We'll just take 1 or 2 rounds of breath here. Okay. Let's take the hands back up, interlace the hands for our second and last round here. This practice is starting to release energy that we have stored at the center of the body. So this is a very good practice for releasing stagnant anger or tension, which many of us have. Anger is an emotion that we often suppress. So when you say, repeat your word sat, really emphasize, and if you're not pregnant or not on your period, please draw the belly in and up. When you're ready, let's begin. Sat, Nam. 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 Inhaling deeply. Lengthen through your spine. Again, tuck your tailbone under. Engage Mula Bandha. Lift through your pelvic floor. Length through your spine, chin to chest. Consciously now draw all of the energy you can feel through your body up. Right up through the body, through the crown of the head and into your fingertips. Continue reaching. Continue holding the breath if it's comfortable. If not, release. Good. Exhale, relax. And slowly release the hands down. Again, palms face up on the backs of your knees. Take a moment here. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your attention inward. And just pay attention to the effects of that practice for you. Sat Kriya is one of the most powerful energetic practices that we do in Kundalini, but we will all have a different response or different reaction to it based on our constitution, based on where our vasanas and our imbalances in our systems are. Good. Take one more round of breath here. Exhale completely, and then come to sit down on your sit bones again, please. So coming to sit down on your sit bones, and we're going to take hold on the fronts of the legs. So we're holding on to the top of the foot and the front of your ankle, and just move your hands like I have so that they're in line with the shoulder. So move your hands so they're in line with your shoulder. Get comfortable in your seat, and as we do this, we're going to inhale, rock the body forward, lift the chest. Exhale, roll into the base of the spine. Check in here that you're not moving in a cat-cow where you open the neck and then chin to chest. The head stays perfectly parallel to the mat. So the head doesn't move, it's just a motion through the torso to elevate that energy that you've cultivated in Sat Kriya upwards. So as you move through this, we're doing 108 exactly. So one inhale and exhale is one round. And as you do this and count at the same time, you're going to inhale Sat, exhale Nam, and you're just repeating that mantra, Sat Nam, internally. So when you're ready, begin. Inhaling forward and back, repeating Sat Nam, and counting to 108. Spinal flexors are usually done with a bit of pace. That doesn't work for you and you need to move quite slowly. Just do half and do 54. But wherever you are, keep your eyes closed and keep your rhythm very rhythmic. Keep that same pace throughout the whole time. Good, continuing on with that. So maintain your rhythm. Most of us moving in that same very rhythmic pace will be moving at about around 54 now, 60, maybe a bit further along. If you feel like you reach that 54 point and you've reached your limit there, just stop and bring the spine perfectly straight. If you have the capacity to go on to the 108, then you're welcome to do that. So just keep tuning in, keep listening to your body as we repeat this spinal flex forward and back. Whenever you've finished your rounds, just inhale, bring your spine straight. And then exhale and stay perfectly still there. Just keep the spine straight, and again, your attention inward. Just noticing here what is happening internally for you, what you can feel. Notice the ways in which these practices are beginning to shift your energy and what kind of quality you are cultivating within the mind and within the physical body. Just give a couple more moments here for those who are going for the 108 to finish. Good, wherever you are here, let's inhale deeply. Spine straight, tuck the tailbone, engage Mula Bandha. Lifting through your pelvic floor, chin tucks towards the chest. Exhale completely, keep that length through your spine. When we're looking at the Sushumna Nadi, which is the energetic system that moves through the spinal column, we're working very directly through this practice, spinal flexing, and through the practice of Kundalini with Vyana Vayu, which sits within Pranamaya Kosh. It's one of the 5 Vayus. And its quality, its purpose within the body to move prana is through the length of the spine and through the head. It governs our creative expression. It moves down and into our limbs, so it allows us to helps us to express ourselves. And that naturally develops a level of confidence within the system. Okay, so let's come up into froggy now. So we're going to come into a position that looks like this. You're going to take your feet, so the balls of your feet are on the floor, the heels of my feet are connected, knees out as wide as you possibly can, in a place that is comfortable for you. Take your fingertips out in front of you, a little bit further forward than your shoulders so that you're nice and stable. And then from here, you inhale, you lift the sit bones high, straighten through the legs, fold forward. Exhale, take a deep squat, gaze to the same spot when you come down. That's one round. We're going to do 26 of these. We usually do them quite fast, so for my regulars, you can take off and you can do them nice and fast. Given I'm pregnant, I'm going to do them a little bit slower this morning so you can stay with me. So let's go for number 2 and continue on. And if my slow is still too fast for you, just bring it down again a notch. You don't have to keep up. Good, and when you get to about 13, if that's enough for you, then you can stop there completely. If not, continue on and go full term for the 26. Make sure as you do this that your gaze returns to the same point on the floor each time you exhale. Good, let's all exhale down. We'll take a moment here to all meet and all catch up here. Exhale completely. Keep the spine long here. Keep the chest lifted and open. And then come to sit down on your heels. So coming into a kneeling position. Palms face down on the backs of your knees. And from here, you're going to turn the head towards the left. Very simple. As you turn the head, mentally repeating the mantra Sat. As you exhale, right, Nam. Sat, Nam. Just a mental vibration of that mantra. We'll be here for 1.5 minutes. So finding your rhythm and continuing on. Very important with this one that your tailbone remains tucked under. A gentle engagement of Mula Bandha. Keep your chin tucking towards your chest so that you have length through your spine. And you will find that this slow, very clear pace from side to side will slow your breath down from those frog postures that are quite dynamic. So if your breath is heightened, just stay with this And let it find balance again through this left to right Satnam. Let's all inhale, bring the head center. Hold the breath, spine is long. Engage Mula Bandha as you exhale. Taking this moment here just to observe. Keep your body perfectly still. And pay attention to where you can feel energy in the body. Good. Let's find a comfortable seat again. So find a comfortable seat. And here we're going to take a position where your fingers are on the front of your shoulders, your thumbs are on the back. Keep the spine nice and long and check in that your elbow is in line with your shoulder. From here, you inhale, drop down towards the left. Don't worry or focus on bringing the elbow to the floor. It's not the focus here. You want to move like you're moving between two panes of glass. So you inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. And find a rhythm that works for you. It's not super slow, but it's not super fast either. It's just a rhythm in between. One that reflects your own capacity. So if you need to slow down a bit or pick up the pace, you can do that. Inhaling left, exhaling right. This is our second last practice here. This practice is starting to rebalance the magnetic field and distribute the energy throughout the entire body that you've cultivated from the base up through this practice. You might notice as you move through it as well that there needs to be a tiny engagement in Mula Bandha, in your root chakra, so lifting through your pelvic floor so that you remain stable as you move from side to side. It does require a little bit of core effort around the torso as you move in the opposite direction. Good, just about 20 seconds left here. Let's inhale, come back through center, hold the breath, hold the posture. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha, release the hands down, palms face up on the backs of the knees, connecting the hands in Gyan Mudra. So index finger and thumb tip meet. Keep the spine long, close the eyes. And begin to draw your attention up and into your brow point. So your third eye, located between the eyebrows and a little bit above. Noticing your breath again. And here, engaging your pelvic floor lightly. Tuck your chin towards your chest. And maintain those two locks as you start to inhale, mentally vibrating the word Sat. As you exhale, mentally vibrating the word Nam. So Sat as you inhale, Nam as you exhale. And for this last 3 minutes of meditation, just keeping your attention on your breath. Inhaling deeply and exhale completely. And you can open up your eyes and start to find a position on your back. So starting to find your Shavasana, your deep relaxation. And please make sure that your body is very warm through that practice. So take a moment to get comfortable and to get warm. And if you can, turn your head up towards the camera, towards the opposite direction to where you usually go. So head up towards me, feet in the opposite direction. And once you've found that position, just let yourself get nice and comfortable. So palms face up by your side. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Let the eyes close softly. Then take a deep breath in and a complete breath out so the body can start to relax and integrate that practice. And if you're here with us, please, as I always say, don't skip Shavasana. In Kundalini particularly, or all yogic practices, it is the most important part. It's where you start to integrate and assimilate all of those practices so that when you leave here, you leave in a balanced state. It's not good for the system just to get up and walk straight out after practice. So this Kriya that we've done this morning, the Surya Kriya, it activates a lot of heat in the system. It keeps the body internally quite warm, the organs quite warm, and it keeps us alert and analytical and expressive. And at this time where we can slip into a little bit of dullness, not having as much activity, This is stemming from a place of internal activity rather than external stimulus. This is a very healing and balancing practice for us at this time. It will be very good for all of the doshas, Ayurvedically speaking. And it's systematically using this pranic energy in the body to rebalance the system. So predominantly we've been working with Pranamaya Kosh, which is the second of the koshas, and working with Vyana Vayu. It's really aiding our digestion and allowing us to become a bit more vibrant and vital. We'll just be here for a couple more minutes, letting yourself rest. As you lie here, if you could take your right hand onto your belly, so right hand onto your belly, palm face down. Let the hand rest onto the navel point, which is just below your belly button. And in this very relaxed and integrated state that you have cultivated internally, let's take a moment here to connect in with this power that dwells within you. So often we are exhausting our resources because we're reaching from an external place. And we're not connected with or trust this knowing that we have within us. And when we come into practices like Kundalini that are really internal and very, very personal and deeply healing to the energetic body, which has an effect on all bodies, we start to identify our relationship with this energy, with this power, this resource within. And once we get to this place, it's extremely liberating, because we start to realize that we don't need to outsource for validation, for stimulus. or anything that makes us feel more whole, because we realize that the polarities that exist within us create this existence, this essence of wholeness, which is what you are. So just take 1 or 2 full rounds of breath, and as you do that, really connect with that energy, that pranic life force that is moving through your body, and identify that as you. Allowing yourself to really develop a clear relationship with and identify this part of yourself that we so often disconnect from. And notice how powerful it is. Good. Let's take the hands up and over the head. Take a nice big stretch through the whole body. And when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and take a couple of moments there just to let the lumbar spine release a little. And then let's drop over onto our right side. Again, take a moment there in that beautiful fetal-like shape. And then let's come up into a seated position facing forward to close our practice today. We don't have enough time to do mantra together this morning, but for those who really enjoy mantra, Vayanti is a beautiful mantra that will continue to provoke and stimulate the creative energy in the body, that Surya energy that we've just cultivated this morning. So Vayanti, and the version I particularly like is Satnam Kaur's version. I'll type it in at the bottom at the end of the class. But for now, let's just finish with a little bit of alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana, to rebalance the system. So taking your right hand, place your right thumb to your right nostril. Rest your index finger and your middle finger to your third eye, and let your left hand just plant down on your left thumb, on your left knee. Inhaling in through the left nostril. And blocking with your right ring finger, release and exhale through the right. Inhaling right. Block. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Block. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Block. Exhaling left. Last round, inhaling left. Block. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Block and exhaling left. When you finish that round, bring your hands to your heart space into Anjali Mudra, and gentle bow of the head in towards the heart's wisdom. Taking this final moment just to check inward and check in with your energy, the quality of your mind, the quality that you've cultivated within your body. And recognize that energy that you've cultivated as a resource that you can tap into whenever you need. You don't need to outsource. Good. Let's close with one long Sat short Nam, inhaling to close. Sa acknowledge the divine energy and life moving through you, which also reflects through me. Satnam. Okay, thank you everyone. I'll just type down the bottom here the name of that mantra if you want to sing a little bit of that after this practice. Yanti, and it's by Satnam Kerr. And if you have any questions, as always, please just reach out either through the Alchemy app, or you can find me on Instagram. Just reach out and we can have a chat. Have a beautiful day, and make sure, as always, after Kundalini that you take a lot of water and start with something warm. So preferably a warm water with some lemon or ginger, lemon, honey, just something to keep your system warm through this cold period. And as I said, we'll come back to this same practice again next week, and we'll probably do it for the next couple of weeks so that you can really get to know this Kriya. Thank you everyone, and thank you for the blessings on the pregnancy. I feel so happy. So I will, I'll see you soon. Love to you all. Satnam.